guys! Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rix and it's so good to meet you here over at my channel. Okay, today is a special day for me because it's my birthday. Well, I can no longer say that I'm turning 36 because today I actually am officially 36 years old. I officially am mid going to late 30s, and you know, when I woke up this morning, it made me feel anxious because my dad died when I was 3 years old and he was only 39 years old. That is a really young age to go. And when my dad died, I was only 3. He went away, leaving my mom with 5 kids to take care of. I'm a single mom right now and I'm taking care of 2 kids. And so it really got me like thinking about life and thinking about how precious really every day is. So initially, I had planned some things to do 7 days prior to this day, prior to my birthday, and every day was gonna have a theme about self-care and self-love and beauty and things like that. But so much things happened on each day that I couldn't do what I wanted for my birthday video. And at one point I felt bad that I wasn't able to do it, but after a while I thought, like, you know what, this is really life. Sometimes we make plans and it doesn't push through, or we rely on people that aren't reliable after all, so we end up not being able to do what we want only because we always have to compromise and fit ourselves into other people's schedules and things like that. So today, January 13, year 2020, as I turn 36, what's going on around the Philippines right now is that the Taal volcano just erupted yesterday, and you know, the ash fall just hit. It started ash falling last night, and this morning everything is pretty much closed. People aren't allowed to go outside because it's toxic and everything. So obviously my birthday plans to go out and be with a couple of friends and take my kids out didn't happen. I also bought this pink dress, this pink tutu with lots of stars. Very girly and young kind of vibe for me. Now, I'm the type of person that is emotionally complex. Not because I'm a girl, but because I think it's just a personality trait that I have. And so even if on the outside I look really bubbly and happy and smiley and everything, there are a lot of emotions on the negative side that I do have to deal with and process mostly on my own right here in my room. And so what has helped me age a little bit more gracefully or wisely have been through the help of my mentors and guides from the internet world. I've been a yoga teacher for 6 years. I was in the realm of personal development and, you know, teaching and helping people grow, giving tips about life and just helping people with their relationships and things like that in an informal setting, of course, through the practice of yoga. And I always felt that I was constantly looking for my own mentors, my own guides, and my own teachers. And because I was super busy doing whatever, all of these things, I never gave myself the time to go out and be mentored directly by anybody aside from my best friend Anne. Hi Anne, Partsy Anne, shout out to you. So I turned to the internet for a lot of guidance and help. And so these are the people that have really taught me a lot about life and how to deal with things. So these are my favorite teachers. Number 1 is Doughty. So Doughty is a YouTuber whom I discovered about a year and a half ago, and he is a life coach with a super zesty passion for personal development and growth. I love how he emphasizes so clearly his message about living in the present, being here now, and how life is really a reflection of everything that goes on up here. What I love about Aaron is that he uploads videos every single day, every single morning when I'm at work, because I work at home, in case you didn't know. I play his videos just to kind of like have somebody there talking to me, keeping me company, because I do get really lonely when I work. It's a home-based job and I'm just stuck here in this little room, and so it's always nice for me to have somebody talking and giving some really nice, valuable life lessons and tips and things like that while I'm doing my robotic job, you know. What I love is that he's just so consistent. He's there every day. He is not afraid to repeat the same message over and over again, even if it's the exact same content. He just opens his mouth and he just teaches, and I listen to like even up to like an hour of his teachings. That's how engaging he is when I listen to him, and he's really helped me a lot in discovering that everything else around me, whether it's good or bad, is happening because of me. I can't blame anybody else for the way I feel or what's happening to me. Everything we do is because we've decided or we've allowed it to be in our lives. And so check out Aaron Doughty. My other favorite is Eric Zimmer of the One You Feed podcast. Now, I've been listening to Eric for more than, I think, 4 years now. Actually, the podcast is called The One You Feed. It's on Spotify. That's where I listen to it. It's been my constant companion for when I put on my makeup and I get ready. So The One You Feed is a podcast wherein Eric interviews a bunch of people, from writers to artists to philosophers to all kinds of people who have contributed to the world, obviously. And they talk about the parable of the two wolves. So the parable of two wolves go like this. So there's a grandfather talking to his grandson about two wolves that are constantly in battle. And he asks the grandson, so which among the two wolves win? And the answer is The One You Feed. It's a podcast all about the choices we make and where we choose to put our power and our energy into. A lot of people say that the two wolves inside our head could be, you know, your consciousness, it could be your emotions. Are you feeding your good emotions or your bad? Are you feeding your good virtues or are you feeding more of your bad virtues? Some of the people being interviewed say, oh, you should acknowledge that the bad wolf is there, because without acknowledging that it's there, the good wolf won't exist. I mean, things like that. It's interesting to hear the perspectives of many woke people. So these are the kinds of people that have really constantly been practicing strengthening their mindset and things like that. The next mentor or teacher that I love to listen to is Andrew Kirby. Andrew Kirby is a young guy. I think he's in his 20s or something, but he is really impressive. His YouTube videos are about Stoicism. Now, what is Stoicism? Stoicism is a school of thought. It's a philosophy of life that maximizes positive emotions and reduces negative emotions to help individuals hone their virtues of character. And I know that I need a little bit more of that philosophy in my life, because I feel like with the things that I've gone through, with the complex range of emotions I do feel a lot, again, not because I'm a girl or a woman or anything like that, I feel like it's just right to balance out emotions. Which leads me to my favorite set of books. So I have The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. I got to know Ryan Holiday from a recommendation on my Blinkist app. I downloaded the ebook because, you know, it was in my recommendations page, but I never actually listened to it until I listened to Andrew Kirby, who spoke a lot about the teachings of Stoicism, which led me back to this book, The Daily Stoic. 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living. I like books like this. I like books that are, because I don't read novels. I don't read storybooks or novels or things like that as much as I'd like to, only because I enjoy watching movies and seeing, like, you know, the visuals, the cinematography, and you know, the costumes and everything. So when it comes to books, what comes to mind is information and learning and things like that. So I like books that are written in this kind of form, wherein you just kind of like go bingo, like, oh, I want to read this today, and oh yes, I want to read this today, and I have like a nugget of knowledge and wisdom for the day. I haven't read the whole thing yet. As you can see, my bookmark is like right here. I'm only like up to here, but I love books like this where you can just open it and take something from it and close it and go. Kind of like fast food for me. My next book is an offshoot from this one, okay? And it's called Fuck Feelings. This is such a funny book. Like, I love it. It's by Michael Benett and Sarah Benett. It's One Shrink's practical advice for managing all of life's impossible problems. I like this book because it's sarcastic and it's funny. It's funny because I actually love sarcastic humor. I am like the first person to laugh. I can't keep a straight face, or I don't have a poker face or anything like that. So I love and appreciate when people can be sarcastic. Obviously, like, not in a super mean way. Like, I can't handle meanness. So if people are sarcastic to me in a like more than a little bit mean way, I reject them. He even has another book called Fuck Love. And I love that book because I feel like I'm the kind of person that is overly loving and overly like rainbows and hearts and unicorns and things like that. And I have gotten into so many, I wouldn't say sticky situations, but so many regretful moments where I'm just like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I tend to think of like love and romance in a certain way that just leaves me disappointed at some point. And so reading that book, Fuck Love, it just put a smile on my face the whole time, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so me, you know? So this book, guys, F Feelings by Michael Benett. You can't miss this book. It's in the bestsellers list in Fully Booked and all bookstores. Again, it's another book wherein you can just do like reading bingo. So yeah, anyway, check out this book. Another favorite book, and I always recommend this to everybody. This is such an old book. I actually found this somewhere in my mom's house, like on a shelf, and it's so old that there's like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like rust or dots or mold or something like that. This is such an old book, but I love it so much. I used to keep it by my bedside and just, again, do bingo and grab inspiration from it. This is the national bestseller Jack Canfield, and the book is called The Success Principles. Every time I feel like I'm about to embark on a project or things like that, and I need that push, I open this book and get some hacks, success hacks. It's always good to learn from people that have already made it, you know? When I think about people and their work, how many years they have experienced life and all of the knowledge that they have to write down and put together a book that's just right here for us to read. I feel like it fast forwards my growth because I don't have to start from nowhere. I actually am starting from their lessons and their tips, and so I am very grateful for the internet. I'm very grateful for technology. I'm very grateful that people are willing to share and help other people that they don't even know. And that's why I like being on social media. I enjoy this platform because you never know who you're gonna be able to help in the future if you just share something based out of your experience. And I love it. I love learning from all these people. You'll notice that my teachers are mostly male. Andrew Kirby, Aaron Doughty, Eric Zimmer, Jack Canfield, Ryan Holiday, and Michael Benett. Obviously his wife, Sarah Benett. I'm the youngest out of 5 children, and I have 4 older brothers. I don't know, there's just something about the male voice that makes me listen. I don't know, it's really weird, but yeah, if you noticed, like, all of the teachers that I subliminally or involuntarily choose are male. I don't know if that's weird or anything. Comment down below if you think that's weird. I think it's because I have a very masculine way of approaching certain things. I think so. I think that's it. And my last favorite book is by a woman. This is by Elizabeth Gilbert. It's called Big Magic: Creative Living Beyond Fear. Now, I fell in love with this book after reading like 1/4 of it in fully book. I sat there and I read and I couldn't stop, so I was like, I gotta buy this book. I consider myself a creative person. I need to be able to create something out of nothing. That's where I get my fulfillment. Even if nobody sees my work, whatever, as long as I see my own work and I feel that I have created something for the day, I'm good. Because I'm a single parent, I have to do multiple things, not just for myself, but for my family too. That leaves me very little time to be creative. On most days, when I don't have the time for myself to do what I want, that makes me sad. And because I don't get to exercise my creative skills, it kind of dies out. It's kind of like a muscle, you know, the more you work on something, a skill or whatever, the better you are at doing it. Big Magic is all about finding the courage, finding the boldness to be creative without any apologies at all. It doesn't matter what people think. And the message of this book is really clear. To empower yourself, be strong and courageous, and to dare to dream and create as much as you can. I love this word. I love the word magic. When I think about the world right now, especially being in the middle of the city, I live in BGC, which is like one of the busiest cities in, I wouldn't say busiest, but it is a busy city in Manila. Well, Manila in general is busy. When I think about the realities, like the routine, the going to the bank, the having to buy food and groceries and cooking and cleaning and having to work and log in hours and things like that. It's so mundane and boring that there is hardly any magic. There's hardly any spark to life when most of these mundane things are taking over majority of your day. If there's no spark, there's no magic, and if there's no magic, then it's hard to like dream and imagine possibilities. So what helps me a lot dream more and exercise that other side of my head, that creativity, is music. Now, sharing my music preferences is I feel like I'm sharing my soul. My music preferences are very dear to me. It's kind of like a secret to me. I only listen to my music when I'm alone. I don't listen to my kind of music when I'm in the car with other people. I only listen to my music when no one's with me. I like to do it by myself, and I like to just feel everything on my own. My music choices are very much based on how it makes me feel. Now, obviously, music moves people and everything, but I'm talking about like if the song is able to make me feel like I am as far away from commercialism and reality as I can, then to me it's a really good song. And that's why I like a lot of dreamy, creamy, synthetic-y. Is that even a word? I don't even know how to describe music. But yeah, creamy, dreamy, like cool, a little bit electronic, yeah, synthetic, sparkly. Is that even a word to describe music? In other words, these are lo-fi aesthetic indie songs and bands that don't usually see on the Billboard charts or the I don't know, the commercials and things like that. So I'm gonna put my current favorite songs right here for you guys to check out. Check it out on YouTube, on Vivo, or on Spotify, and let me know what you think. If you like music, let me know in the comments below what your favorite song is, and make sure to like this video. Yeah, okay, I think that's it for today. I did not realize that the video is pretty long, and that means I'm gonna have to chop this up and everything. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope that the things that I've shared with you will be of interest to you. If you do check it out and remember me one day, make sure to come back and comment that you've checked out the people that I've recommended. Happy birthday to me! And thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys on the next one.